On the broadcast tonight, we cover the sudden volcano eruption that took place in the Philippines.
And we take a look into the de-extinction of an animal that hasn't walked the earth in thousands of years.
All that and more right now on SUTV News.
Good evening, and welcome back to this week's broadcast with the latest news. I'm Haley Galaskis.
And I'm Maddie Shively. Shippensburg University Provost and Vice President of Academic Affairs Daryl Newton resigned Tuesday. A memo by President Charles Patterson was sent to faculty and staff showing high regard to Dr. Newton, also including that Dr. Nicole Hill, the current Vice Provost, will return to her former position as interim provost. Dr. Newton just recently assumed the role last July, and with his resignation, he will have served his position for just over 9 months. The Honors College will be having a talk on the Nobel Peace Prize this coming Monday. The Voices of Peace seminar will be an interactive forum and dinner for honors students to come and learn about the most recent award winner. Nihon Hidankyo is a group made up of survivors of the atomic bomb attacks on Japan. They recently won the Nobel Peace Prize for their advocacy in nuclear disarmament. This event will include talks and a discussion about Hidankyo's message. Chemistry, history, and political science professors will be running a speaker panel for students to engage with. The event will be held at 5 p.m. on Monday the 14th in the Tuscarora Room.
The Shippensburg University Foundation listed the general parking, or G1 lot, for sale for a whopping $2.3 million. The property is listed as being 14.59 acres and is located at 273 to 275 North Queen Street. 6.79 of those acres are used for students to park, and the lot will need to be vacated once it is sold. The listing agent, Bill Shearer, says that the property could be used for retail, commercial, or residential development, but the foundation will not allow student housing to be built on the property. Rylan Walls sat down with 2 executive members of AK Psi, a business co-ed fraternity on campus. Let's see what they had to say about their recent event.
So when I was talking to you the other day, Maddie, you had mentioned to me about an event, I guess we can call it the Reach Out event, and you are trying to get donations and money, raising money for elementary school in the Dominican Republic. So can you just give a background of where this idea for the event came from?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm both in AK Psi and Reach Out. So I'll tell you a little bit of background of Reach Out because it is a collaborative event. So Reach Out is an organization on campus that prides themselves on raising monetary and school supplies donations for the Pathways of Learning Elementary School in the Dominican. So throughout that, they have, every May, they go to the Pathways of Learning Elementary School and actually teach for a week. I have been blessed with the opportunity to actually go this year, and I was tasked with the event that we hold every year and every semester is making bracelets so the students can have like a prize for doing good through tasks that we have them do during our lessons. And then we make motivational posters for them that we can hang up around different classrooms. So I had the idea of making this a bigger event because I know AK Psi really prides himself on community service, not only giving back to other people in the community, but outreaching as well.
If you're interested in hearing more about Reach Out and AK Psi's commitment to their cause, you can check out the full interview on YouTube at Shippensburg UTV.
Joan Jett and the Black Hearts are coming to the Lohr Center tomorrow, Friday, April 11th. The highly anticipated show is expected to draw large audiences and filled parking lots. Be prepared for increased traffic on campus after 6 p.m. on Friday evening. Crowds are expected to park in lots adjacent to and across from the Lohr Center. Be sure to be parking in your designated lots to avoid parking tickets. If you have any questions regarding parking, reach out to SUPD at 717-477-7447.
When we come back, we take a look at an unexpected recipient of President Trump's trade war.
Stick around. We have more after this.
Are you failing a class or don't know what you're doing? You're in luck. Shippensburg Primary Academic Resource Center is free to all SHIP students. The Student Success Center, also known as the Learning Center, is located on the first floor of Mowry Hall. The center provides a variety of services, including course-based tutoring, writing tutoring, and learning specialists. To schedule an in-person or Zoom appointment, visit the Student Success Center collaborative website, ship.campus.eab.com. I'm Will Nicholson with SUTV.
Here at Multicultural Student Affairs, we value every student. No matter your race or ethnicity, you are guaranteed a home here. MSA offers many resources: a place to study, a place to meditate, a place to socialize, or a safe place to communicate issues or talk with a faculty member. Come down to Gilbert Hall today and join our family. Our roots run deep. Why not grow together? This is a public service announcement from MSA.
Are you having a hard time focusing on your work? Why not check out the Ezra Lehman Memorial Library? The library has many resources like the IT desk on the main floor. For computer assistants, see the experts. Need to print in black and white or color? Don't worry, the library offers both options on different floors. You can use the bottom floor for group work and the top floor for when you need silence. Don't forget to stop by Starbucks. Check out library.ship.edu for more information. This is a public service announcement from SUTV.
It's time to take a trip around the globe with Jaden Pullman in this week's World News.
The Mount Conlaon volcano in the Philippines erupted on Tuesday, spreading over 2 miles worth of ash and debris into surrounding areas. There were no reported damages or injuries in the local towns. However, schools in 4 villages nearby closed due to the ashfall. The volcano's previous eruption last year resulted in large-scale evacuations. Mount Conlaon has a history of activeness, which has prepared locals for routine evacuations when volcanic activity picks up. The area has been placed on a level 3 alert. One of the developments to emerge from Donald Trump's ongoing trade war, the United States has imposed tariffs on some of the most isolated and uninhabited locations on the planet. Among them, Heard Island and McDonald Islands, remote Australian territories located deep in the Southern Ocean, closer to Antarctica than civilization. These islands are covered in glaciers, home only to penguins and seabirds, and completely uninhabited. Despite that, they were hit with a 10% tariff, but it didn't stop there. Norfolk Island, a small external Australian territory with just over 2,000 residents, was snapped with an even steeper tariff of 29%. According to U.S. data, the islands reportedly exported over $600,000 worth of leather footwear to the U.S. last year. But Norfolk officials insist those numbers are wrong, saying they aren't aware of any exports to America. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese weighed in, calling the move absurd and warned that, quote, nowhere on earth is safe, end quote. Trade experts say the move shows how tariff policy can lead to unexpected outcomes. Colossal Biosciences, a Dallas-based biotech company, successfully brought back the direwolf through a process they call de-extinction. Using DNA from ancient direwolf skeletons and gene editing technology, the company was able to alter the genes of a gray wolf to create a hybrid species. Beth Shapiro, Colossal's chief science officer, stated, quote, our goal with de-extinction is always to create functional copies of these extinct species, end quote. Colossal's 3 direwolves, Romulus, Remus, and Khaleesi, are living on a 2,000-acre site that has been certified by the American Humane Society and the U.S. Department of Agriculture. In the future, Colossal hopes to use their de-extinction technology to bring back even more species, including the dodo, Tasmanian tiger, and woolly mammoth. Prince Harry is contesting a decision by the Executive Committee for the Protection of Royalty and Public Figures, known as RAVIC. This decision altered his security provisions after he stepped back from royal duties in 2020. The Duke of Sussex asserts that he was unfairly singled out and subjected to less favorable treatment compared to others in similar positions. The Home Office maintains that the decision was made lawfully and followed appropriate procedures. They argue that the security arrangements are suitable given the Duke's changed status. This legal battle underscores ongoing tensions between Prince Harry and the royal family. Notably, during his recent visit to the UK for this court case, he did not meet with his father, King Charles III, who was on a state visit to Italy. As the court comes to a conclusion, the outcome of this appeal could have significant implications for the Duke's future visits to the UK and his family's security arrangements. The Trump administration has backed down on their plan to make Social Security harder to claim. In an anti-fraud initiative that was proposed, no applications would be accepted over the phone. Instead, 6 million people on Social Security would have to make the 45-mile trip to agency offices and potentially a month-long wait for an appointment. After a public outcry, the agency backtracked on Wednesday, stating all types of Social Security claims can still be made over the phone. Calling, though, can be a hassle amid many staffing cuts and a crashing website as Elon Musk and Doge implement their alterations. Many of the changes across the Social Security Administration have recipients in a panic, including those that were wrongly informed that their benefits have been canceled. This has been World News. I'm Jaden Pullman. Now back to Haley and Maddie at the desk.
When we come back, we'll find out if we're any closer to escaping this rain.
Stick around, we have more after this.
A lethal dose is in here. Who gets it, I won't know.
Scary that it can be put into anything and we can't even see it or notice it.
There's been another deadly shooting at a local elementary school. According to authorities, the suspect acquired the gun from a family member's home before using it to take the lives of innocent children and teachers.
Store your gun securely, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo.
You can talk to me if you're feeling sad.
Thanks for hearing me out, bro.
Whenever you need to talk, I'm here, okay?
There's only one thing that will save somebody's life, and that is naloxone nasal spray. Get 911 on the phone, get the emergency responses there on their way.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
You know, Maddie, I guess we maybe spoke too soon last week when we said the weather was finally letting up and getting nicer. I feel like this rain is not going away at all this week.
Yeah, I totally agree. I had to break out my umbrella today. I think we definitely might have jinxed it, Haley. Let's send it over to Caroline Cooper with this week's weather forecast.
Thanks, Haley and Maddie. Even though we've been in the studio for an hour, I still feel like I am absolutely soaked. It has been raining all week long. It is still raining all today, and I am just tired of this rain. You can see it behind us. It is just cloudy. It is dreary. It is cold. I'm done with it. Last week's broadcast, we showed that we were just not going to have a great week weather-wise, and you know what? Mother Nature stuck to it. I have a little bit more faith this week, so let's just jump right into it, honestly, just like we've been jumping over all the puddles across campus. For today's weather, you can guess it. We had rain this morning, we had rain this afternoon, we have rain right now, and with this 100% chance of precipitation, we're going to have rain all night long. Our temperatures have been in the steady 40 degrees, and it's going to be a little bit chillier overnight as the temperatures are going to drop into the low 40s. Looking into tomorrow's weather, we're seeing about the same. It's going to be rainy all day. We're going to have a little bit of wind, and our chance of precipitation is still at 100%. Now, as we go into the weekend, our temperatures are staying about the same as we've had, but our raininess will be dropping off from Saturday into Sunday. So Sunday, we'll be seeing our temperatures rise up from the 40s into the 50s, so very excited about this, and we'll finally be seeing some sun as well. No rain is expected on Sunday, but as we go into Monday, we'll be seeing the rain come back, but our temperatures will be shooting up into the 70s. Cannot wait. Super excited. We will have our umbrellas, we will have our raincoats, but we'll have shorts on too. As we go into Tuesday, our temperatures are dropping back down and we will be seeing a lot of clouds and a little bit of wind throughout the day. But the temperatures will be in the 50s, so it will be still nice. Looking into Wednesday and Thursday, we have 49 degrees and a high of 57 degrees on Thursday. So I'm looking forward to this. The week will be clearing up, the rain will be clearing up, the cold will be clearing up as we go through the week. Now, this week's weather, as I said, it'll be getting a little bit better. I actually was at a nursery the other day and I saw this sign. It said, "May all your weeds turn into wildflowers." I know this may be cheesy, but I think that we can take this and we can apply this to this week. With all of this rain that we're having, with all this dreariness that we're having, after April showers come the May flowers. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm Caroline Cooper with this week's weather. Now over to Lex with entertainment.
Marvel Rivals, the competitive third-person shooter, has released a trailer for its second season. The new season will include a brand new map and will add 2 new characters to the roster. Emma Frost, who will be releasing with the start of the season, and Ultron, who will be arriving to the game later in May. The new season will also change some pre-existing characters and also add and remove certain team-ups from the game. With a whole new battle pass and a plethora of new skins, fans are excited to see where this new season is heading. The season is set to launch tomorrow, April 11th. Tuesday afternoon was a big day in Chocolatetown, USA, as Hershey Entertainment announced their newest big project, a major motion picture. A social media post and press release hit the public's feed mid-morning with a huge announcement saying the movie is set to start filming in May of this year. The movie is based upon the life of Milton Hershey and his wife Catherine, and how they built the empire that is known by many today. The film will be directed by Mark Waters, who is most known for his director role in the classic Mean Girls film. Milton Hershey will be played by Finn Wittrock, and his wife will be played by Alexandria Daddario. The movie is set to release sometime next year in theaters. Get your popcorn or chocolate ready for this big release. A fan-favorite kids show will be returning this summer with a long-awaited season. The Disney animated series Phineas and Ferb is coming back with a 5th season. The show, centering around a group of friends making inventions over the summer vacation, was a hit ever since it began back in 2007. The 4th season ended in 2015, but many fans were excited when new episodes were announced in 2023. A new trailer came out a week ago confirming the release date and what to expect. There will be a series of shorts launching alongside the season with the characters interviewing real-world celebrities. Phineas and Ferb Season 5 will be launching on Disney Channel on June 5th and on Disney Plus on June 6th. Thankfully, just in time for summer vacation. The new Minecraft movie had a massive opening weekend and is already breaking box office records. Starring Jason Momoa, Emma Myers, and Jack Black, the film delivered big with fans of all ages and built a solid foundation at the box office. It brought in over $150 million domestically and over $300 million worldwide in just its first few days. That's some serious crafting power. The movie takes viewers into the world of Minecraft, following a group of heroes trying to save their reality from total destruction, one block at a time. With its huge success, it's now one of the most successful video game movies of all time. And with audiences still flocking to theaters, the Minecraft movie shows no signs of digging itself into a hole anytime soon. Russell Brand has been charged with rape and sexual assault in the UK. Brand faces charges of rape and 2 accounts of sexual assault. The charges against Brand occurred between 1999 and 2005 and relate to 4 women. Brand, a famous actor and comedian, starred in many films such as Get Him to the Greek and Despicable Me. Police began investigating Brand in 2023 after receiving multiple allegations. Brand could now also face charges in the United States. Brand is scheduled to appear in court on Friday, May 2nd in London. I'm Lex Boyd, and this has been your week of entertainment news. Now back to Maddie and Haley at the desk.
Definitely excited about that Phineas and Ferb revival series. When we come back, we have the highlights on your favorite ship sports.
We'll be right back after this.
You've done the hard part. You quit smoking. Now do the easy part and get scanned for lung cancer. If you smoked, you may still be at risk, but early detection could save your life. Talk to your doctor and learn more at savedbythescan.org.
Yo, camping buddy. Okay, you guys ready? Dude, I thought you were driving.
I thought you were driving.
Oh, I never said I was driving.
I definitely can't drive.
If you're high, just don't drive. It's illegal everywhere. If you feel different, you drive different.
Ship took on Pitts Johnstown in a non-conference matchup Wednesday at home. It was a close 9-inning battle with the Raiders falling just short in a 6-5 loss to Mountain Cats. Freshman Cole Snyder impressed in his first career start, throwing 4 scoreless innings and just allowing 2 hits. Ship took an early 2-0 lead in the third after a single from Caleb Newcomer, a double from Carter Hines that got the offense rolling. Sophomore Caleb Newcomer tied things up in the 7th with his first career home run, but an inning-ending double play kept the Raiders from taking the lead. The Mountain Cats responded in the 8th, scoring 3 more runs off of just 1 hit. Freshman Kyle Augusthorpe brought Ship within 1 point in the 9th with a 2-run single, but the rally came just short, losing the match by 1. Shippensburg returns to action this weekend, traveling to East Stroudsburg for a doubleheader on Saturday with a rescheduled home doubleheader set for Sunday back at Ship. The Raiders softball team traveled to Shepherd and split their doubleheader. Game 1 was a story of defense. Both teams showed off nearly perfect pitching. Senior Alicia Ball threw a complete game with 5 strikeouts and only 3 hits, while Shepherd's Madeleine Ruffner lit up the board with 14 strikeouts. The only score of the game came in the bottom of the 5th with an RBI single, ending the game as 1-0 loss for the Raiders. Game 2 also was a great defensive performance, with both teams combining for only 5 hits. The Raiders took the lead with a 2-run home run from Bree Wilmont. The Rams cut the lead in the bottom of the 6th, but it wasn't enough, as the Raiders took the win 2-1. Watch the softball team Sunday as they take on number 9 ranked East Stroudsburg in a doubleheader at Robb Field. This Wednesday, lacrosse played against number 2 ranked opponent Westchester. Starting strong in the first quarter, the Raiders were able to put up a fight, only being down 1 point, scored in the final 20 seconds by Westchester, ending 3-4. The next 2 quarters were a doozy, with Westchester scoring 6 goals in the second quarter and establishing a running clock when they took a 15-5 lead in the third quarter. Shippensburg managed to put up a fight in the final quarter, scoring 2 goals and putting up a strong defense where senior goalkeeper Kayla Vosberg recorded a season high of 16 saves, just 2 short of her career high. Wow. Despite Wednesday's loss, the team did considerably better from the last game against Westchester, where Ship lost 7-22. Lacrosse will be back in action at Bloomsburg on Saturday. The men and women's track teams were in action this weekend at William & Mary for a relay competition. Starting with the men, the 4x400 meter relay brought victorious numbers with a time of 3 minutes and 12 seconds, which ranks 13th on the NCAA National Performance List. Quinton Townsend had an astonishing time for the anchor leg split of 47 seconds, which is 5th all-time in Shippensburg history. This is the Raiders' fastest time for a 4x400 meter relay since 2019 in the Division II National Championships, which was 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Senior Shippensburg Raider Giovanni Daniel won the 110-meter hurdles with a time of 14 seconds and 44 milliseconds, ranking him 5th all-time in Shippensburg history. As for the women, their highlight of the weekend was winning the 4x2 relay race. Their time was 1 minute and 43 seconds, which is believed to be a school record. Another highlight from Lauren Bellows hitting a PR in the discus with a throw of 131 feet and 2 inches. Both teams will be back in action this weekend at Susquehanna and Bucknell. Both March Madness National Championship games took place this past weekend, with two dominant squads capping off their impressive tournament runs. The Yukon Huskies women's basketball team had no problem defeating the defending champs in South Carolina, capturing the win in a dominating fashion with a final score of 82-59. The Huskies' defense was dismantling the Gamecocks, holding them to just 26 points in the first half. The Huskies held the lead in the second half and took home a dominant championship win. As for the men's game, a showdown between the red-hot Florida Gators and the consistent Houston Cougars would set the table. Florida was trailing by 12 points in the second half and took the lead with just 40 seconds to go. Star player Walter Clayton Jr. was held scoreless in the first half, but looked to bounce back in the second half. The Gators' defense suffocated the Cougars in the final seconds, not being able to get a shot off, while Florida center Alex Condon jumped on the loose ball as time expired. The Gators won their first national championship in nearly 20 years. College basketball will return to the hardwood this fall. That's all for sports this week. I'm Walker Stutz. Now back to Maddie and Haley at the desk.
Coming up next in this week's Ship Talk, we find out which parking lot ship students loathe.
Don't go away. We'll be right back.
I don't remember how it started.
Go to that.
Our back and forth. It always came back.
Dad!
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Now we're heading over to Ship Talk with Rylan Walls.
Hello, welcome to another episode of Ship Talk. My name is Tatiana Steele, and with one of the parking lots on campus being sold, we are asking students around campus which one of the parking lots is their least favorite.
So I'd probably say the parking lot right next to McCune, not the one next to the baseball diamond, the one in between them, because you can only get in one way, even though it's a roundabout sort of, and it's always full, and there's never a parking spot when I need to get one there. So it's really annoying.
I would say my least favorite is the commuter/resident lot just outside of the softball field, just because every time I try and go there, it is completely full.
Probably the storage lot over by like the rec. It's a long walk to Lac Cove.
So my least favorite parking lot at Shippensburg University is the storage lot next to the Spiritual Center. Sounds horrible.
Anywho, my least favorite lot is the commuter and resident lot that's like across from the soccer field. It's like across the street. That one is terrible and I hate it so very much.
I would have to say it's a tie between any storage lot. They all suck. And any resident lot, because I mean, like, no, not the one behind Noggle and Zebras, that one's okay, but the one behind Harley, like, what's the point?
I would probably say the commuter lot because it's super far away. So, my least favorite parking lot is L1. It's always packed no matter what time of the day you go. But we're going to throw it back to Haley and Maddie on the desk.
I think if I had to choose my least favorite parking spot, I would have to say it's over in the general parking lot, which is sad to say because it's general parking, but it's such a hike from where everything is on campus.
I fully
There's
agree.
no point parking there.
I'm going to fully have to agree. There's a lot of parking on campus, but you know, if you don't get to where you're at and there's not a parking spot available, you're going to have to go to the general lot and then take a hike to wherever you're going, which isn't the most convenient, especially when you're running short on time.
And then good luck finding your car.
Yeah, seriously.
But oh well, thank you for spending your evening here with us at SUTV. I'm Haley Galaskas.
And I'm Maddie Shively. Join us next week for the latest news on and off campus. Be sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram at SUTV News and check out our website, sutvnews.org.
Thank you and have a good night.